If you're over 50 and it feels like your hips have turned to concrete, your back doesn't bend like it used to, and every stretch gives you relief for about 5 minutes, you are absolutely not alone. You might notice it when you stand up after sitting for a while, or when you try to get down to the floor to play with a grandchild, or when you reach for something and your body says, "Nope, that's as far as we go now." It's easy to blame it all on age, but the truth is more hopeful than that. Yes, time plays a role, but a big part of the stiffness, tightness, and rusty joint feeling comes from something else. We simply stopped moving the way the human body was designed to move. When you were younger, you didn't think about mobility or functional training. You just moved. You squatted down, crawled, rolled, twisted, reached, and got up off the floor without giving it a second thought. Today, most of our movement looks like this. Sit, walk in straight lines. Sit again, maybe a few stretches when things hurt. Over years, even decades, the natural primal movements your joints crave quietly disappear from your daily life. And when a movement disappears, the body starts to lose it. The good news is, your body can relearn them. In this video from True Senior Healthness, I'm going to guide you through 5 primal movements that can help reset how your hips, back, and entire body feel and function. These aren't fancy gym exercises. They're simple, deeply effective patterns your body was built to perform. You'll learn how to reopen stiff hips and ankles, restore natural rotation in your spine, turn your core back on for stability, rebuild the crawling pattern your brain still remembers, and unlock your hips in a way that can change how you move for years to come. Stay with me until the end, because the final movement might be the single most important reset for your hips and lower back. You don't need to be fit. You don't need to be flexible. You just need a little space, a bit of patience, and a willingness to try. Let's start by rediscovering a position your body hasn't forgotten, only avoided. The deep squat flow, reclaiming the human rest position. Let's be honest, for many people over 50, the word squat is almost a bad word. You might think, that's bad for my knees. I can't go that low. My body doesn't bend like that anymore. For years, a lot of us were told things like, never let your knees go past 90 degrees, or deep squats ruin your joints. But if you look around the world, the story is very different. In many cultures, people of all ages, children, adults, and seniors still rest, eat, wait, and work in a deep squat. Not because they're in a gym, but because it's just normal. Their knees are not falling apart. In many ways, they're healthier for it. Your body was designed to access this position. What hurts you isn't the squat itself, it's spending years avoiding it. So we aren't going to drop you into the bottom of a deep squat and call it a day. We're going to flow into it gently, safely, and in a way that meets your body where it is. Here's how to begin. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Toes can turn slightly out if that feels more natural. Start to lower your body as if you're sitting into a very low imaginary chair. Only go as low as feels safe. For now, that might be halfway. That's perfectly okay. Use your hands for support. Hold on to a countertop, a sturdy chair, or place your fingertips on your thighs or the seat of a chair in front of you. If your heels lift, that's not a failure, that's just information. It tells us your ankles and calves are tight, which is incredibly common. Now, once you're as low as you comfortably can go, keep your chest as lifted as possible. Keep your back long, not rounded. Use your hands to help you balance. From here, we turn the position into a flow, not a static stretch. Gently rock your weight from side to side. Let one hip sink a little deeper, then shift gently to the other. Feel your ankles, knees, and hips exploring ranges they've forgotten. Take slow, easy breaths as you do this. No forcing, no pushing through pain. After about 10-15 seconds, slowly start to lift your hips up into a forward fold. Straighten your legs a bit. Let your upper body fold forward. You can rest your hands on your thighs, the chair, or your shins. Feel a gentle stretch in the backs of your legs, your hamstrings. Pause here, breathing slowly. Then, with support from your hands, bend your knees again and lower yourself back into your squat, whatever depth works for you. That's one round of your deep squat flow. Aim for 3-4 rounds. Squat as low as feels safe. Gently rock side to side. Lift into a forward fold. Return to standing. Repeat. What are we doing with all this? We're opening the hips from multiple angles. We're asking your knees and ankles to remember how to bend deeply, gently, We're teaching your nervous system that this position is safe again. This isn't about being perfect. It's about telling your body you're allowed to move here again. Even if right now you only move a little, those little inches are powerful. And once we've opened the lower body a bit, we can add back something most adults over 50 barely get anymore. Rotation. The kick through, bringing rotation back to your spine. Think about most of your day. You walk straight ahead. You sit in straight back chairs. You reach mostly in front of you. Almost everything is done in straight lines, but your spine is designed to twist. Your shoulders and hips are designed to rotate. When that doesn't happen for years, your body begins to feel like it's rusting in place. The kick through is a fun, slightly playful way to reintroduce rotation into your body while also waking up your core. We'll start from a position called beast. Come down onto hands and knees. Place your hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. From here, tuck your toes under and gently lift your knees just an inch or two off the floor. Your body is now supported by your hands and toes. Your back is flat, like a tabletop. If this alone feels like a lot of work, stay here and hold for a few breaths. You've just discovered a key part of your core that may have been sleeping. When you're ready for the kick through, from beast, slightly shift your weight onto your left hand and right foot. Lift your right hand off the floor. At the same time, swing your left leg under your body and across to the side, extending it out in front of you or slightly to the side. Your body rotates open toward that extended leg. Then gently reverse. Bring the leg back under you, return the hand, and come back to beast. Now repeat on the other side. Weight into right hand and left foot. Lift left hand, kick right leg through and across. Open the body, return. Move slowly at first. You're not trying to look athletic, you're trying to help your brain reconnect the pattern of twisting, bracing, and moving as one piece. If that feels like too much, try a simplified version called an underswitch. From beast, instead of extending the leg fully, simply rotate your hips and slide the leg underneath your body a short distance while lifting the opposite hand. Think of it as a half kick-through with smaller motion. With either version, the benefits are powerful. Your core has to stay active to keep you from collapsing. Your spine rotates gently, instead of living locked in one position. Your shoulders and hips learn to move together again. You might feel shaky. That's normal. That shake is your nervous system working hard, rewiring connections that used to be automatic when you were younger. We'll use this beast position again later. But before we go further, I want to pause for something important. Quick pause. Let's talk about you and this channel. Before we go on to the next movement, I want to invite you into something. If you're watching this and thinking, I want to keep moving like this, I don't want to lose more mobility, I want to feel strong and capable in my 50 seconds, 60 seconds, 70 seconds, and beyond, then this is exactly the kind of content we create here on True Senior Healthness. We focus on smart movement, not punishment, strength that serves your real life, not just the gym, practical, age-aware guidance you can use at home. So if that resonates with you, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and if this is helping so far, let us know in the comments with a simple 9. It tells us to keep making more videos like this for you. All right, we've rotated. Now let's build the strong, quiet foundation underneath everything. The beast hold, turning your core back on. You've already met the beast position. Now we're going to stay there, not moving, not twisting, just holding. Because sometimes the most powerful work happens in stillness. The beast hold is a deeply effective way to teach your body how to brace again, how to feel stable and supported from the center. Here's how to get into it. Start on your hands and knees. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Spread your fingers slightly and press your palms firmly into the floor. Tuck your toes under. Now, without changing your back position, gently lift your knees 1 or 2 inches off the ground. That's it. Hold there. Think of it as a hovering tabletop. Your spine stays long and flat. Your head is in line with your spine, not hanging down, not cranked up. Your job is to breathe. Stay as still as you can. Notice what happens. You'll likely feel your deep core muscles working, your shoulders and hips stabilizing, a gentle, full body tremble as everything fights to hold you steady. Start by holding for 10-20 seconds, rest, then repeat for 2-3 rounds. Over time, you can work toward 30-60 seconds. If you want to make it more challenging later, you can add slow shoulder taps, lifting one hand at a time, or a gentle lift of one foot, then the other. but the base version is already incredibly powerful. Why does this matter? Because as we age, we often lose our ability to brace. The body becomes either too stiff or too loose. Too stiff, and everything hurts to move. Too loose, and we feel unstable, like we could fall or tweak something easily. The beast hold finds the middle ground. Strong but not tense. Stable but not locked. It teaches your nervous system, this is what supported feels like. That support shows up later when you bend to pick something off the floor, stand up from a chair, walk on uneven ground. With your core online, everything else becomes more efficient. And speaking of efficiency, let's go back even further before walking, before running to a movement pattern your nervous system was built on. Crawling, rebuilding the original human movement pattern. Long before you took your first step, you crawled. That wasn't just baby stuff. Crawling is how your brain learned to coordinate all four limbs around a stable spine. Somewhere along the way, most of us leave crawling behind. We walk, sit, drive, scroll, and that beautiful full body pattern starts to fade. But your nervous system never forgot it. It's still there, waiting. When we bring crawling back, we reinforce the natural link between opposite arm and leg, strengthen shoulders, hips, and core together. Improve balance and coordination in a way that carries directly into walking. Let's try a gentle version. Start again in your beast position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, knees just hovering off the floor an inch or two. Now, slowly start to move forward. Step your right hand and left foot a small distance forward, then your left hand and right foot. Think, hand and opposite foot, hand and opposite foot. Go as slowly as you like. You're not in a race. You're reteaching your brain a pattern it once used every day. Keep your back as flat as you comfortably can, core gently braced. Movements quiet and controlled. Start with 20-30 seconds of crawling. Rest. Then repeat if you feel good. Over time, you can build up to 45-60 seconds. If this version feels too hard, you can keep your knees on the ground and do a low crawl. Or crawl with your hips a little higher, like a bear crawl, which may feel easier on the knees. What matters isn't the exact shape, it's the pattern. Opposite arm and leg working together. Spine staying relatively steady. Core gently engaged. Crawling is one of those movements that looks simple but works everything: shoulders, hips, core, coordination, even cardiovascular system if you do it a bit longer. For many adults over 50, bringing this back feels strangely good, familiar in a way that's hard to describe. And now, we come to the final movement, the one that directly targets your hips' ability to rotate and support your whole body. The 90/90 hip flow, resetting your hip control center. Your hips are the steering wheel of your lower body. When they move well, your knees and lower back are protected. When they get stiff and locked, other joints pay the price. The 90/90 hip flow is a gentle but powerful way to restore hip rotation in multiple directions, while also building strength and control. You'll need a bit of floor space and something soft to sit on. Start seated on the floor. Bend your front leg so that your knee is in front of you, bent about 90 degrees. Bend your back leg so that it is behind you, also at about 90 degrees. Ideally, your front shin is roughly parallel to your chest, and your back shin is roughly parallel to your side. This is the basic 90/90 position. Sit as tall as you comfortably can, chest lifted, a spine long. Hands on the floor beside you for support if needed. At first, just sit here and breathe. You may already feel a stretch in the front hip, the back hip, or both. That's okay. Now, we'll turn this into a flow. From your 90/90 position, lean slightly back onto your hands. Slowly rotate your legs together, like a windshield wiper, toward the opposite side. Let both knees travel through the middle and land in the mirrored 90/90 position on the other side. You'll now have the opposite leg in front and the other behind. Move slowly. The goal is to keep your feet in roughly the same place while your knees and hips swivel side to side. At first, you may not get all the way to the other side. You might need to lean more or use your hands heavily. That's fine. Every attempt is teaching your hips to move again. Once you land on one side, sit tall. Feel the stretch and engagement in your hips. Then, if you're ready for the next layer, from the 90/90, place your front foot firmly on the floor. Press into your front leg and your glutes. Gently lift your hips up off the floor. Pause at the top, just a little lift is enough. Then lower back down with control. Aim for 5-6 slow lifts per side. This movement, Challenges your hip muscles through rotation and extension. Builds strength in the glutes. Teaches your hips to generate force from a rotated, real-life position. You're not just stretching. You're teaching your hips to be strong in the positions they used to avoid. That's where real change happens. If you have difficulty getting to the floor or sitting upright, you can prop your hips up on a firm cushion. You can keep your hands behind you for more support, or just work on the rotational part at first, swiveling your knees side to side without lifting your hips. The key is, move slowly, breathe, stop if there is sharp pain, and trust that even a small range of motion, done consistently, can create big changes over time. Who should be extra careful? Most of these movements are safe for many adults, but there are a few situations where you should proceed with extra caution. Recent hip, knee, or back surgery. Joint replacements, severe arthritis or advanced osteoporosis. Uncontrolled high blood pressure, dizziness, or serious balance issues. If any of these apply to you, talk with your doctor or a physical therapist before adding these exercises into your life. They can help you modify them or suggest alternatives that suit your body best. Remember, there is never any shame in using support. Holding onto a chair, working near a wall, using cushions under your hips or knees. This isn't about proving toughness. It's about building freedom, bringing it all together. Let's quickly recap the 5 primal movements we explored. The deep squat flow opens your hips, knees, and ankles and reintroduces a natural resting position. The kick through restores rotation and coordinated movement between shoulders, spine, and hips. The beast hold turns your core back on and builds full body stability. Crawling reconnects your original movement pattern, opposite arm and leg, strong spine, coordinated body. The 90/90 hip flow resets hip rotation and builds strength where you've been tight for years. Each movement on its own is powerful. Together, they create a kind of body reset, a way to roll back some of the stiffness, hesitation, and fragility that modern life quietly builds. You don't have to do all 5 every day. Even choosing 1 or 2 to explore a few times a week can change how you feel when you get up from a chair, climb stairs, bend down to pick something up, turn to look over your shoulder, or simply stand and breathe. The key is consistency, not perfection. You are not trying to move like you did at 20. You are learning to move wisely at the age you are now. That to me is real strength. Your next step. If something in this video spoke to you, if you thought, yes, that's what my body needs, don't let it stay just as an idea. Pick one of the 5 movements: deep squat flow, kick through, beast hold, crawling, 90/90 hip flow, and try a gentle version today. Not perfectly, not for a long time, just enough to tell your body, I'm still here and I still care. Then, come back and tell me in the comments. I'm starting with today. Your comment might be exactly what someone else needs to see to begin. If this video helped you, please like the video. Subscribe to True Senior Healthness. Tap the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. And share this with a friend or family member who wants to move with more freedom as they age. Because aging doesn't have to mean shrinking your world. With the right movements, it can mean reclaiming it. 1 breath, 1 rep, 1 quiet act of strength at a time. Thank you for being here with me today. Here's to hips that move, a back that supports you, and a life you can keep stepping into with confidence.